It's all about the belief that you are a creator of your life, that you have the power to create the life of your dreams, that you're able to have what is it that you want and you have what it takes to go after it. When you send gratitude out, you will get more of what you are grateful for.
You create positivity around yourself because you understand that what you have right now is a treasure.
You need to take the action. And this is something that's very often overlooked because when people talk about manifestation, they just think about, oh, I'm just going to imagine it. And
It's gonna happen.
And I believe the universe will provide, and it's gonna happen on its own. But actually, it will not. That's
Unfortunately, it's not
the
working
hard
that
truth
way.
is it will not work. There's no way you cannot be compensated for your efforts in one way or another.
Welcome to Femisticated Podcast again. I can't believe that we are almost at the end of the season, Nina.
Wow,
Yay,
time
that's
to
the
celebrate.
celebration. Yes, for those who are listening us first time, Femisticated Podcast is all about women's world. It doesn't mean that men cannot benefit from it when they crack the code. We are bringing different topics on how to stay this amazing feminine human being, keep feminine energy and feminine flow, and succeed in this world full of sharks where even feminism is sometimes twisted all the way around. Welcome, Nina. By the way, my name is Lucia, and Nina is my business partner and co-host on Femisticated Podcast.
Hello, happy to be here with you.
Me too. Today, we will bring you a great topic that is transformative, but also misunderstood sometimes if it's not used in the right way. It can happen that when you know about this and you're using it, but not fully, you can get frustrated or on the other side, very happy. I'm talking about art of manifestation and all the principles of universe that you can use to make your dreams come true.
We all heard someone saying, oh, I manifested it. And we say a lot in this podcast, like we manifested this, we manifested that.
And that we love manifestation.
Yes, and we love manifestation. And you hear us saying that a lot. When some people heard about manifestation, they think, oh, this is some kind of woo-woo, and I don't really believe in that. But if you break it down to what manifestation actually means is that you have a vision, you have a dream, you have a goal, something concrete, and then you take aligned action, meaning that you start working on it, and then you also believe that you are able to achieve it, that whatever there is out there, that you believe in yourself, you believe in your abilities, that you can actually have it. And at the same time, you also believe that you will be divinely supported from the universe or the higher power, and that the things will come to you right time and the right opportunities will also come your way, and it will be just on you to act on them.
And before you have this goal, you have to create it. So first the thoughts come, first the vision comes, first your desire is there, something that you really want, and then you have a goal, and then you continue exactly as Nina said.
Yeah, it's all about the belief that you are a creator of your life, that you have the power to create the life of your dreams, that you're able to have what is it that you want, and you have what it takes to go after it. When we talk about manifestation this way, it's actually not something woo-woo, and it's something that you've probably been doing all this time, but you might not even realize it, either consciously or unconsciously. You've been creating some things in your life, some opportunities. You might be already working with manifestation and with the universal laws.
Exactly. I think that all my life is full of manifestation. This, what I'm living right now, it's my dream come true. I'm not saying that it was always the way I wanted, because maybe something didn't work or something came in a different time that I wanted, or it was in a different way, but it is there. I don't know when you met with manifestation first time itself and you were aware of that this actually exists, but for me it was the book Secret.
Yes, I think everybody
knows the secret, but that time I have to say that it was full of switching negative thoughts to positive thoughts, and that by practicing it you will get to your desired outcome. But I believe that this is only small part of a manifestation, and it's only one part of the puzzle that you need to have and put together to manifest something that you really want. This was the first time when I actually started to understand that there is something more that I can do to bring all of my dreams and all of my desires into my reality. And then there was another book called Present. I think we will leave all of these book titles in our Femisticated Facebook community. So you can go and check. So where was the first time for you that you came into contact with manifestation?
I believe I've been using manifestation since I was a child, but I did not really know about it because, of course, like you, back then you wouldn't know that I'm actually using manifestation when I was a child. And because we both come from what used to be Czechoslovakia, and the flight was very expensive. So we would just take the bus. And I remember exactly the moment when I would cross the border to Italy into somewhere in the Alps, and I go out of the bus and I breathe the air, and I just feel like this feels so much different. And this is like a place where I belong. And this was in my mind for a very long time. I knew that I wanted to live in Italy at some point in my life. This was my dream. This was my vision. This is what I wanted. I believe that it's possible for me, even though sometimes you might think it's difficult. It's not easy to move countries, etc. I still believed it's possible for me. So I took aligned action by starting to learn Italian. And then I bought Italian grammar book and I started learning vocabulary. And then I actually learned the language. I even went to a bilingual school. So I already started studying Italian. And then when I finished my high school, I was so scared, but I still applied for university in Italy. I moved to Italy on my own to study there at university.
Very nice,
and
Nina.
So
this is a dream come true.
Exactly. So it was a dream come true. But also I want to say that I was supported by the universe because the universe provided for me opportunities. And then because I knew that this was my dream, I act on those opportunities and I took those chances. As well, there was a part of me creating it and working on it. I believe there were so many different opportunities that came my way because I was supported somehow in my dream.
I have the opposite actually example of my dreams that didn't come true because I didn't supported them with an action. And that's very important things. That's what I said. You have to have all the puzzles at the place if you want to transfer your desires into reality. So for me, I also wanted to study abroad for the university. I don't know, for some reason, I never applied for any of the schools. And when I was in England living with one family and taking care of their kids, they took me as a family member that time and they said that I can go with them back to Canada and study at the university there.
Oh.
But that time, I don't know why, but I just said no. I was so focused on studying back home. It was safe. It was something I knew, the country I knew. I was already 1 year away from home. I was homesick. So I couldn't actually imagine myself to go abroad to university to study there for years and not to go back to my country that often. I just turned down this amazing opportunity that time. And also I was in love with a guy that time. I think that played the role there. But I attracted it, I vibrate the right way, and everything was in place except me not taking the action. But was it right or was it wrong? I have no idea because you never know. I wouldn't probably sit here right now with you. I wouldn't know you.
Maybe,
Femisticated podcast might not exist. It wasn't a wrong decision. It was just other decision that wasn't aligned with the dream I had that time. Yeah, and then I lived other dreams that actually came true, and that's being here in Dubai. I never dream about living in Dubai itself, but I dream about having the beach close to my place. And I live 15 minutes from the beach right now, and that was on top of my list. So I moved to Dubai, and this dream came true for me. I'm still here because I just love this city. I just love to be here. I probably always wanted to live in an international city, in different cultures, and it was always my dream come true. That's why I'm probably here. But there are small pieces of puzzle that didn't fit and they didn't happen yet. But yeah, we have to work on it hard every single day, right? So everything needs to be aligned.
Yes, and what can happen sometimes that people actually, they have a vision, they have a dream, and they believe in themselves and they take aligned action to move them towards a dream. but then it doesn't happen, right? Because that
yes.
happens, yeah. And then you question, and then you start questioning if this works because you are doing everything right. But what is happening sometimes, what's my personal belief, that also there's something like a divine protection, that the universe has your back. Like Gabby Bernstein, my favorite author, says. That's
We all are
beautiful,
protected.
that's a beautiful book, by the way. I also recommend reading it. And that some opportunities or something did not happen because it was not the right time or it was not the right thing for you and you didn't know back then. And I have so many examples from my life when something didn't work out the way I wanted, even though I worked for it. And I believe it's because I did not really see the full picture. And there's something else. And actually it was confirmed later on in my life that the things that I wanted did not happen. Something way better happened later.
Perfect.
Yeah.
But this all happening is great. We all know that manifestation is transforming your desires into reality. But how is this possible? What's happening? How this works? What is the juice or what is the recipe for this? What steps you need to take and why this happens?
I think it's time to talk about the universal laws of everything around us is governed by laws, like the natural laws. There are also laws of energy and laws of spirituality that the Asian nations, like from India to China and Egypt, they knew about these laws way before the science came to confirm it. When I think about the universal law, and it feels to me very concrete and something like a foundation I can build on because it is something real. Like, for example, when you think about the law of gravity, if you have your phone in your hand and you drop it, it's just gonna fall on the floor and hopefully not smash, but it will not fly towards the sky. We all know that. So the universal laws that we use in manifestation, they also work like in a similar way. One of my favorite laws is the law of
Attraction? The law
yes,
of
the divine. We will come to that. We will discuss that. But it's the divine law of oneness, and that
divine
means
law
that
of
we are
oneness.
all basically one. I believe there is also like a scientific.
I am you, you are me.
Yes, and we are all one, and we are like all connected in some
United.
ways. Yeah, and if you think about the modern science, the thing that confirms it somehow is the famous Big Bang theory, and it means that we all came from one source that eventually exploded and started expanding and expanding to the universe. So basically, we are all part of one. Like the Bob Proctor said, like the universe is always for expansion and the universe is also always for love. So that's why I believe those universal laws are so beautiful and transformative to work with.
The universe stands for love always, all the time. That's amazing. So it means basically that we are all one and we are all energy. So if me and you, we are energies, we kind of vibrate, right? So everything in this world vibrates. It's not only humans, but also the chair and everything here vibrates. So this actually vibrates under my butt.
It's a quantum physics, right? It's not us saying that, but it's the quantum physics. They say that. So
everything vibrates.
Everything vibrates. Your chair, you, everything has a
This
frequency.
microphone vibrates, everything vibrates. So if something vibrates...
It has an energy to it. Yeah.
Okay. So if something vibrates... Oh my God, Nina, come on. I want
please continue.
I want to finish this.
Okay.
We vibrate at some frequency, right? Imagine that you're going to tune in the radio station that has some frequency. And until you don't tune into this frequency, you don't catch the signal and you cannot listen to that. So I think this is how it works with our desires and our dreams. They also vibrate at some frequency. Thoughts vibrates at some frequency and everything. And me as a person, you as a person, we vibrate at some frequency. So we have to tune ourselves to the level of our desired frequency. And then, of course, if we apply law of attraction, like attracts like, so if you are on the same frequency, you actually attract your desired dream, for example, right? But there is not only law of attraction, because if we say like attracts like, if you feel good, if you feel this gratitude, you vibrate positively. So you have positive energy and everything. So it's easier to get to the frequency of your desires. But if you vibrate on a lower level, if you have a fear, if you are in other emotional state that is hurt or guilt or angriness, you vibrate on lower frequencies and you will never get to the frequency of your dreams. This is how I understand that. And it's very clear to me that we have to do some steps to get to the frequency of our dreams and to be on the same level and then attract them. Right?
Yes, exactly. It's very interesting what you said because it was actually discovered, like scientifically, that the emotions have frequency, and it's very interesting that I think
Everything has
I believe
frequency.
shame is like on a scale like on 20, like the lowest
It's
one,
very
and
low.
I believe enlightenment is 700 plus. So
my God,
enlightenment
it's
is
a
like,
lot.
and this is very much very much in tune with your higher self and with the universe. So this is actually the highest frequency, as much as love. And we are talking about emotions, right? If we are not on those high vibe frequencies, how can we actually get there? I believe this all originates in our thoughts, because if you change the way you think into a way that's more aligned with the higher frequency, you change your thought patterns, you change your beliefs, then you change your emotions, then you can get on this higher frequency. That's why I believe that thoughts and words are very important, because those create our reality. And it's true because those thoughts create our emotions, and if you have positive emotions, then also your vibrations change, and then you push yourself to the higher level that you can actually align with the frequency of your dreams. I believe this is such a beautiful science behind it.
You know what I learned when someone is angry or someone feels sad or someone feels frustrated? When I was in this state and I was doing my coaching program, I was always asked, how does this serve you? And I was so frustrated about these questions because in the state when you are angry and when you don't want to talk to someone or talk about anything, that if somebody comes and asks you, how does this serve you? It also gives you this rage. On the other side, yes, how does this serve you? Because if you stay in that state of negative emotions, your frequency levels are really low and you never ever gonna get to the higher frequencies where you can catch your dreams. So what you should do that time is to get out of that state and to switch it into the better state. Of course, it's not easy, but if you do, things starts to happen in a different way, I guess. When we talk about emotion, we might go to this topic later on, but there are also techniques when you can actually get rid of these negative emotions, meaning that you release them, because usually they happen somewhere in the past, they have a root cause. And if you get rid of this root cause, if you release them, you can actually be free of these emotions. And of course, you will get angry sometimes. You will be hurt, you will feel sad, but you will not stay in that emotion for so long. So there are techniques that people can use to release these emotions and to get rid of this baggage you have in a backpack since you were a little child, and then live a free life without this backpack. Who wouldn't like that, right?
Yeah, it is beautiful. And it's so great that we have those tools to have the power to change how the life unfolds for us.
Yeah.
When you want to increase your vibration and you want to vibe on the higher frequency, there are so many tools that you can use, like, for example, meditation and breath work. And we talked about that on our previous episode about how you can create your inner happiness.
Yes.
And we actually went into those techniques that you can use.
You can go back to it and listen to
Yes.
our episode about inner happiness, because one part of it was a gratitude and was about creating your inner happiness, which also increases your frequencies, which also vibrates on other frequencies and can attract your dream much faster than if you are not there.
The law of attraction is also based on gratitude, I believe, because when you have this energy, when you send gratitude out, you will get more of what you are grateful for. So gratitude, there you go. It's the most important.
And you create positivity around yourself because you understand that what you have right now is a treasure. So we shouldn't take it for granted what you have right now. I'm very happy that I have you, Nina.
I'm also grateful for you.
This podcast together. And I mean it in the most truthful way. So we have a law of attraction. We said that we have to be in a positive state and practice gratitude. And we can get there through meditations as well to higher the vibration, or through breath work. It's connected to law of vibration because
Yes, of
we said
course.
that everything vibrates and everything operates at some frequency. But then there is another thing. This is the third part.
There's
So
actually one more thing that came to my mind that's beautiful for the tools before I forget it, and that's the affirmations, right?
Affirmations,
because
yes.
we didn't mention it before, and I believe affirmations are absolutely beautiful way how you can actually help to manifest things in your life, change, let's say, some emotional states.
Give us some affirmation example. What it
So,
means.
for example, if you want a business, if you want to have a successful business, so the affirmation that you will say will be stated in a present tense, like as if it's already happened. You will affirm, for example, I am a successful business owner. I wake up every day and I do the work that I love. I'm creating this beautiful product that people will love. That people love and enjoy,
people
because
love.
you have
We
to
need
always
to.
say in the present tense.
In the present.
And the affirmations, you can be saying them to yourself, or you can be actually journaling them. I believe affirmations are so beautiful. So sorry, let's continue.
No, it's
because
fine. I miss this out, and it's a very important point. It's not only about you being positive. It's not only about having the gratitude, so being thankful for the things. It's also about embodying yourself on the place that you want to be, but in a present tense. So I am successful business owner, for example, as you said. But with this, without other laws, it would be only wishful thinking.
Exactly.
So wishful thinking and affirmation wouldn't work without law of action, right?
Of action, yes.
Which means that if we have desires, we have dreams, we need to do something for it. I would love to say it's 99% thinking, but there is 1% action. You have to do something towards your dream to make it happen. If we didn't do anything with Nina about this podcast, we would talk about it, we would imagine it, we would have it on our vision board, we wouldn't be sitting here and talking to each other and bringing almost full season to you on our podcast. So the action is very, very important. And many people are dreaming about stuff and hearing about manifestation, hearing about if you are positive, you attracting the positive things, and over again, but nothing happens. Nothing happens because there is no action. So we have to be careful about this. We always have to work towards our goals and our dreams, right?
Yes, and I believe we all have examples in our lives when many people always talk about something. They talk about what they want, how they're going to start something, but they never take the action. So it actually never happens.
Yeah.
So we cannot stay in this plane, as you said, like of wishful thinking, that we will be just sitting somewhere in a bathtub or under a palm tree on the beach and imagining this amazing life and this amazing business or amazing relationship, and then don't take any action on it, because unless you move, the universe will not move to support you as well. So you need to take the action. And this is something that's very often overlooked, because when people talk about manifestation, they just think about, oh, I'm just going to imagine it. And
it's going to happen.
And I believe the universe will provide, and it's going to happen on its own. But actually, it will not. That's
unfortunately, it's not working that way.
It will not work.
No. You have to get up off the bed. You have to push yourself to whatever you need to do and just make it happen. And right. Okay, what else we have? We talk about law of attraction, law of vibration, and also law of action. These three, they are very, very, very important. And then we also have law of correspondence. Law of correspondence says, and it's connected to your inner state. It means that what you feel inside of yourself, what is inside of you, you project outside. You should change your state to the positive one. We already talked about that, but I just want to bring that there is actually a law that your state needs to be positive to attract positive things. And then I love this one. And I know that this is a huge part of my life. Law of compensation, which means that you put so much energy into something to make it happen. And if it not happen in the right time, you can get frustrated. But as you said, it will happen one day. So if you put lots of energy in, there is a law of compensation that you will get the result out of it. So if you put lots of energy into creating your business, it will happen. You just cannot give up. You just have to continue creating whatever you create, even if you have to push yourself sometimes, even if you have to work hard. Nina, we had a discussion about working hard and pushing yourself. And it will happen. So love compensation works. You just have to be patient.
Exactly. And so it's about also allowing to receive. Like when you think about you
have
know,
to
that
be open to
you have to
receive
be
it,
open
yeah.
to receive. You have to be open to take those, to welcome those opportunities that come to your way, because this is the way of universe compensating back. When I take any action, like when I have any project, I always like to think, is it for a greatest good? Is it for the good of all? So for example, when we started the Femisticated podcast, we also thought, okay, we have this, we are passionate about it, but our reason why we are passionate about it, because we also want to give back. So we also believe that when we provide value and what we do, we actually do it with intention to help someone. There's no way you cannot be compensated for your efforts in one way or another.
Yeah. This is a huge satisfaction for both of us, actually, that we can share this wisdom with other women and even the men around the world.
Yes,
because
anyone, yes.
I think that our lives are at the state when we still have these dreams and we still have something that we desire, but we created this inner peace inside of us. So no matter what happens next, either those future dreams comes or don't come, we are happy people. And I mean it in a good way. I would love every single person on this planet to have this feeling. Of course, I'm getting mad sometimes. Of course, I'm getting angry sometimes. I'm not this calm and this, calm, I would say, all the time. But this inner happiness and inner peace is very important for me. And I guess also for yourself.
Yes, of course. Yes. And I just, something came to my mind, like there's actually another law that I like to work with, but we did not mention it. And this is the law of polarity. And this law has always helped me whenever I was like in a dark place or when things were not working out.
Like a yin yang.
Yeah, exactly. When you think that something really negative is in your life, the law of polarity says that everything has an opposite. Like you have the hot and you have the cold, you have the day and you have the night. The one has the opposite. So if something is bad in your life, you can also believe that on the other side of it, it's something good. So it's also a beautiful law.
That's
to
very
work
beautiful.
with.
That's
Yes.
very. We also talk about law of polarity actually in our previous episode about feminine and masculine energy. If
Yes,
you
that
remember
also
that they need to
applies
be in
to that,
balance.
yes.
There is also law of polarities. So as we're talking about this manifestation, I hope that this brings to your life a little bit of hope that you can actually have whatever you want in your life and you can achieve it if all of these puzzles you put together and pay attention to your desires, your dreams, your intentions, your actions, and you have to believe in yourself. That's what I
Yes,
wanted to say.
Exactly. Yes. I believe that brings us to the end of our episode.
Yes.
Again, we would like to invite you to join our community because we want to share more resources with you and we want to support and elevate each other. The next one. Thank you,
Yes, to
Lucia,
the
for
next
this beautiful
one.
episode. To the
Yeah,
next one.
see you. Bye-bye.